So then some time passes, they go to classes, and then Halloween strikes up, and Ron hurts Hermione's feelings, which isn't hard apparently. She runs into the bathroom, and Ron's like, whatever, we're not friends with her. Yet. So she's crying in there for a while, and then Professor Quirrell, who you meet earlier in the book, but I forgot to mention, is this stuttering little chick. He's not a chick, he's a guy, but he is very jittery and annoying. He's like, troll! Troll in the dungeon! And then it zooms in on him and he's like, thought you ought to know! And then he passes out. By the way, everyone thinks Snape is bad because he's very mean, and he looks like a bat. And everybody knows bats are scary. I had one in my house once, and I didn't want to go around it. So they go to find Hermione in the bathroom, Harry and Ron that is. They find that stinky troll in there trying to beat the crap out of Hermione. They stun it, and they get in trouble, but for some reason after getting in trouble they get a lot of house points. Which is kind of like getting an A+ on a test, except everyone gets it. Right, so, moving on. Some more time passes, and Hagrid gets a dragon's egg, and then Draco the jerk Malfoy finds them out past nighttime. And they get in trouble, and they get detention. Then they go into the unfriendly forest, aka the Forbidden Forest. But what forest is friendly, really? Unless it's the Care Bear Forest, in which case I guess it'd be okay. Anyway, they go into the unfriendly forest, and they find this guy eating a unicorn. Holy crap, unicorns are real, I know. He advances on Harry, but the centaur punches it in the face and scares it away. You find out it's Lord Voldemort, which we don't know to this point. Actually, we do. He's evil. He's the main bad guy. He's kind of like Sinestro to Green Lantern, or I don't know, the Joker to Batman, or Dave to Alvin and the Chipmunks. So anyway, he's bad. Harry's good. What else happens? Oh yeah. So they find out that there's a thing called the Sorcerer's Stone that makes you immortal, and Voldemort wants that because he tried to kill Harry once when he was a baby, and the killing curse rebounded and bounced back on him and blew his body apart, and that's how Harry got his little lightning bolt scar, which hurts sometimes because of Voldemort. And then, so they find out it's at Hogwarts, beneath this door guarded by a giant three-headed dog named Fluffy, which is such an ironic name, isn't it? And then they put Fluffy to sleep because he was a bad dog and tried to eat them. And then they go through all sorts of traps like Devil's Snare, which is a plant, a giant chess game for nerds, flying keys for nerds with broomsticks, and some sort of potion that stops them from catching on fire, even though it's not real fire, it's black fire, which I think would probably taste like licorice if you opened your mouth. I don't know, I wasn't there. Again, I didn't write the book. But if I did, it would have licorice fire. Now, they get to the end, and it's not Snape there, but Professor Quirrell. Professor Quirrell. So Harry's like, oh my god, it's really you, Professor Quirrell, not Professor Snape who's the bad guy. Look, Hermione and Ron, it's Professor Quirrell. But then when Harry turns around, he sees that Hermione and Ron aren't there, because back at the chessboard part, Harry killed Ron with a rock, and then Hermione went back through the fire that was actually purple, and then went to go bury Ron's dead body. But anyway, it turns out Ron's not really dead, he just got a concussion, which apparently wizards can't tell if you're dead or just have a concussion. So, anyway, they fight, and Professor Quirrell, aka Voldemort on the back of Quirrell's head, can't touch Harry because of love. And then he burns up, and that's the part where Harry passes out because he's a wuss and can't stand any pain. He wakes up in the hospital and Dumbledore's watching him like a perv, which apparently Dumbledore's gay. So anyway, they eat some every flavored beans, they throw up because they taste terrible, and then the end of the story comes where Gryffindor wins the House Cup. And so Harry Potter saves the day for the first time. I hope you enjoyed my little retelling of one of the greatest books of all time. Please join me next time when we do Harry Potter #2 / The Chamber of Secrets. Have a good night. Thank you.